Get rocking and rolling. Happy Monday, everyone, and happy February. So, I did a quick little update on our messenger chat. If you're watching this recording or if you guys are new here, we keep up to date with the link and all the things on the messenger chat. So, just let me know if you guys want to be added. Just some monthly housekeeping with that. You are welcome to invite in at anybody who is here with Plexus, rocking and rolling, working towards their goals. We just all come together to hang out and get motivated and inspired. And you guys inspire me and encourage me every Monday morning to get up and get things started. So I jotted a few notes down. First thing is, I am not going to go over February incentives because you guys are all grown-ups and you're all CEOs of your business and you all got the email from corporate and you all have team pages that you can read that on. So yay for incentives. Yay that Plexus goes above and beyond and gives us way more than we would ever need. I would still be here building with our compensation plan if they never dangled one more prize in front of us. Am I excited about going to the Bahamas in 23 days? Absolutely. But just so you guys know, that just reinforces the work that we are doing. That just gives you a little bit of a job well done with the work that we are doing. Okay, so review all of the February things. There's lots to plug into. There's some really exciting things. We're resetting. We're, inviting everybody. We are never going to stop talking about Monday night opportunity calls and Thursday night product calls and monthly webinars. So the first thing that I want you guys to do, I don't know about you, I went and printed up all of my 1099s, all of them being my diamond position, my ruby position, and my husband's position. And then I got my calculator out and I added all of those together. And I just took a moment to say, thank you, Jesus, that I'm working from home in my yoga pants with my heated blanket and am earning the income that I am so grateful for. Now, it could go lots of different ways. That could be a yay, I made X amount. Look at the potential. It could be a, oh my gosh, I'm making, 3 to 4 times what I ever did as a registered nurse. That's amazing. Or it could be, wow, look at the possibilities for where I am and where this could go. And I loved Christina Williams' post. She made a post about her 1099 dreams and what that looked like for her. It was a little bit of a longer post, but Christina Williams is one of the guests on tonight for the opportunity call. So I think reading a post from her that cements the concept that she is doing a very good job figuring out network marketing and what her 1099 is showing, but just a great way that she shared the story of that. Jordan Roddenberry also was in her stories this morning talking about time freedom and what network marketing can offer if you plug in, show up, and do the work, right? So it's not just you magically get to show up and have all of this freedom and your 1099 is going to wow you. There are things that we need to do and work on, which is why we show up on Monday mornings. I put in the chat, and I can put it again here, with your first challenge. I want you to make a post, whether it's about your 1099 or just about what Plexus has done for you in general. Post and or preferably both stories, because when you invite to tonight's opportunity call, somebody will need that layer of, well, why is she excited about this? Why am I getting invited to this? Why do they want me to take a look? Sharing a little bit of your story will help along the way with giving that next layer of, then when you reach out to somebody and say, I'd love for you to jump on this call, they'll either see your post or your stories. I just think that can be a really, really good thing. So without fail, on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm already thinking and messaging through, okay, who are the 5 people that I want to personally invite to? And I saw a slide that said it's like a discovery call. It's a preview call. It can be a fly on the wall call, right? If somebody's really skeptical or has no idea what you do, that's a great way to say, hey, this may or may not be for you. What if you jump on this call? It's 15 minutes and it'll just see, like, is this what you could be working for or not working? Is this what you thought it was? So a discovery call, I think, would be a great way to word that. And I'll share the graphic with you guys. To be able to say, I'd love to invite you. You've been hesitant, or you've had some questions, or you have no idea what I'm doing. This quick call. And this week, the executive is Jean Tips. So you can brag on the fact that the CEO of our company is going to be the executive who shares why Plexus is so amazing. So I think there's a lot of CEOs that sit in their office and don't jump on weekly calls. So I think we're very blessed for that. So that's going to be a really big thing. I wanted to chat with you just for a second because I'm seeing a lot of posts talking about January felt like it was the longest month ever, but also the most unproductive month ever. And it's almost like February, the beginning of February, we need a redo. Like, okay, now we're ready to take a deep breath and we've recovered from January and now we can start our 2025. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but I'm seeing a lot of chatter about that, which led me to this really quick. You have to know where you're going. Okay. So if you're feeling frustrated or like you're spinning your wheels, it could very well be you just have not plugged into your GPS where you're going. And you decide to show up, but you don't know what you're doing or why you're showing up. And then that makes you feel like, okay, maybe I'm missing the mark. So super quick, I'm jumping a few chapters ahead because I think this is really pertinent to February and kind of this whole maybe I need to restart things. But he talks about you have 3 steps to your dreams. First comes the thought, then organization of that thought into ideas and plans, then transformation of those plans into reality. The beginning, as you will observe, is your imagination. So we all have to be able to sit down and say, well, what if I did download my 1099 and it said I made $100,000 last year? Or what if I did download my 1099 and it said I made, $48,000, which possibly replaces, a part-time job or something that you were already doing. And so imagination is the first step. So he talks about 3 key areas for you to stepping into your dreams. The first is you have to set a goal. You have to make it specific, give a deadline, and write it down. We all know that. Why is that? So step 1, set the goal and write it down. Envisioning something simply means having the ability to create a vivid picture and something that hasn't factually happened yet, but make the picture so vivid that it feels real. Envisioning quite literally means coming up with something out of thin air or making it real. By definition, you can't do that within the confines of your brain. It needs to become physical. It needs to involve your senses. In other words, you have to write it down. People talk about dream boards, vision boards, cutting out pictures out of magazines, whatever the case might be. You guys have all heard bought the blue sapphire dress when I was emerald because I knew I was going to be wearing that blue sapphire dress on stage when I went sapphire. It happened, all the things, I bought it a size smaller because that was also part of I set a goal, I wrote it down, and then I bought the dress 6 months ahead of time. Number 2, you have to look at it every day. The single most compelling reason for writing down your dream is so that you can look at it and read it every single day. The reason you need to look at it every single day is the same reason you need to keep yourself in the company of positive people so that you can counteract the force of gravity, or in this case, the force of mediocrity. It goes on to say, surround yourself with it, keep awareness in your face, look at it every single day. Your brain is far more complex and powerful than the biggest computer in the world. And your own subconscious is by far the biggest distraction you have. So when you stay focused, it's that whole thing, what you focus on expands. If you don't know where you're going or what you're working for, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be comparing yourself to everybody. You're going to be watching the leaderboard saying, well, why are they there? And why am I not there? All of those things are going to, get you off track. You have to be laser focused in creating that drive for what do I want? Write it down, look at it every day. And then step 3 is you have to start with a plan. And that's why we are here on Monday mornings. There's a point where people are often thrown off track. It's easy to assume that you need to put together a plan that will get you to the end, right? We might think, okay, I'm senior Ruby today, I'm going to be diamond. And then you might think, okay, the plan I make today has to be the exact perfect plan that if I execute, I'm going to be diamond in 2025. The point is not, however, to come up with a brilliant blueprint that is guaranteed to take you to the finish line. The point is simply to come up with a plan that will get you out of the gate. It will get you started. It's not even your starting plan that's going to get you there. But he talks about nobody has a degree of perfect precision in long-range planning, and there are definitely too many variables and surprises along the way that will require adjustments to your plan. but you have to start with a plan. The plan you start with is not going to be the one that you finish with, um, but it will be the one that gets you going. And I think that's so key. It has to be simple. And I want you guys, that's why Leaders Retreat Contest is so important. Convention Contest is so important. Because when you know your first plan, okay, I want to be able to see my entire convention dashboard, which means I needed to add 3 new level 1s in January so you can unlock your dashboard, right? That's when you can see all the detailed reports. You're qualified for the contest. So I made a goal in my Rank Up and Grow runners chat. I'm like, okay, our January goal is to add 3 to unlock your dashboard. Now you have to make a plan for that. You can't just magically add 3 new VIPs, right? So our plan to get out of the gate is, okay, if we want more customers or we want more business builders, what is the plan for that? Well, how many people am I talking to? I need to make a plan to have more conversations, to start more conversations. How many people am I inviting to a challenge? How many people are doing a reset with me? And numbers don't lie. So when you make that plan for, I'm going to add 3 new VIPs for this month because I want to do the refresh fast start and go silver again, or whatever that is, right? You have your dreams, then you have your goals. You're going to write it down. You're going to visualize what it feels like when you hit refresh silver or refresh senior silver or whatever that might be. And then you have to make a plan. We are in a company that shares health, hope, and happiness. If you're not telling people that we offer health, hope, and happiness with life-changing plant-based natural products that do incredible things and a compensation plan that when you do the work and plug in can change lives, you're not going to magically and automatically enroll 3 people every month, right? So the plan is, okay, I have to get into activity. I have to work. There's a phrase that I learned from a mentor way back, like 14 years ago at the beginning. And he said, you have to make a plan and then you do the plan and then you review, did the plan work? And then you adjust and then you start over. Plan, do, review, adjust. Those 4 steps. So did I hit my goals in January would be jumping to the review. If the answer is yes, then you say, awesome, I'm going to continue with this plan and get into activity because my results were what I wanted. If it rolled over to February 1st and you reviewed and you were like, dang, I missed this goal, and this goal, what do I need to adjust to get me back on track? For me, like it's the multitasking and the not sitting down for business hours and doing what I know needs to be done. 3 days go by and it's like, oh, dang, I haven't made a post, right? Oh my goodness, my story's expired. It's been 24 hours since I talked to my network in my stories. So that review process needs to be a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual process. The adjustment is where you're going to get your upline, your diamond upline, your sponsor, your sideline, and you're going to be like, listen, this is what I'm doing. I thought it was going to work and it didn't. What's working for you? And that's why it's so beneficial to come together and be like, this is working. This isn't, this is what we're doing. This is not what we're doing. I promise you though, if you plug into the systems that are simple and duplicatable, you're going to review, and the only adjustment is going to be how good you get with your invite and how many invites you are utilizing, and then the follow-up. So in that process of plugging into this corporate system of Monday calls and Thursday calls, even if your only plan was to get really, really, really excellent at the simple, I really feel like this is going to be a plan that's going to get people into your boat that are going to start rowing with you. Now, that's me personally. We have tons of brilliant people on this call. If you guys disagree with me or want to add to that, or, think, yes, this is by all means, the floor is yours and you guys can unmute. And if you want to share, I just know when we get really good and specific about who we're talking to, what they need, how we can meet their needs, and how we can plug them into which call, and then do the follow-up. Working through that system is going to produce results. Knowing that I'm getting somebody on a product call that needs gut health and they don't know that they need gut health, and then following up with, were you on the call? What did you love about the call? Here's the triplex. I'd love to help you order. It's $1 VIP. You're going to get this, all that. The bookends of the system is the calls. It's happening with or without us, right? So plan, do, review, adjust, be consistent, get excellent at the good stuff. Like I said, for February, there's lots of good stuff going on, but even if there wasn't, this system is still what is going to work to grow our business. When I joined 14 years ago, it was $39.95. I didn't get a coupon. I didn't get a promo code. I didn't get a discount. I grabbed my Slim and accelerator and hit the ground running, right? So today, the first Monday of February, I want you guys to envision your dream and then write that down into your practical goal for what is going to happen in February. Look at your points for January, look at your convention contest credits for January, and use that as the data for where you are, and then come up with the plan for where you're going for February and what do you need to do to get there. I'm going to add a little caveat. Yes, the Monday call is for anyone and everyone. This discovery call for the first 15 minutes. I am going to challenge you to personally reach out to at least 5 level ones who have maybe been with you for 10 years, who maybe haven't shared, or maybe shared once and got to silver and they haven't been silver since. That second part of breaking down the second part of the call, the second 15 minutes of breaking down how we earn and how you share your referral link and how you get the first $300 to show up in your pay wallet is amazing. And I honestly feel like we should have the most people on Monday nights, the second 15 minutes, because I want my entire company to realize how brilliant our compensation plan is and how simple it can be to earn quickly. And we should all have our teams plugging into that, because if we hear that every single Monday, when somebody says, what do you do and how do you earn? You're going to be able to have some talking points that naturally come up, right? Because you've been on that Monday call and listened to how to earn and how to share your referral link and what happens when you do that and how much you get from that. And it's going to, just like when we used to call in and listen to Sheila on the red phone, 1-800 number. We could repeat it because we heard it. So don't just throw that story up and hope that a prospect jumps on, and don't just pray that you have a random team member somewhere that's going to plug in, because I guarantee you they don't know that the value of Monday night calls and what the second 15 minutes can be. Okay. So that I'm going to stop talking. If you have anything you want to add, I will type up a summary, but we are winning the day together on every Monday, but it's just to keep us on track with what we need to do. You're going to make a post and get in your stories about your 1099 perspective and what this business has done for you, whether it's because you just needed $200 a month so you could go out on date night with your husband, or you wanted to get your nails done, or if it's given you $10,000 a month to completely retire and be able to do private school for 3 kids, or whatever the case might be. Use that 1099 post and stories to transition into inviting to the call tonight, every Monday night at 8. Same StreamYard post. I will post the links and all that on our Messenger event. And then you are going to personally invite 5 people who might need the discovery call or have not joined Plexus yet. And then invite 5 team members who need to stay on the call and get a refresh for how to earn, all the things with that. And then I want you guys to write your February goal, get really clear about what that plan is for how you're going to visualize it and make it happen. And surrounding yourself with, hey, I was a big fan for years of, if I don't tell anybody my goal and then I miss it, then nobody knows, right? Find somebody that you can share it with. And if you miss it, own it and say, you know what? I made a plan and I did the plan and it didn't work. So I need to adjust some things. Where do I need to adjust? Do I need to get more intentional with my time? Do I need to get better with my wording? Does my invite not have a strong enough call to action? You make that adjustment. Now remember, everything kind of happens in a 90-day cycle. So I don't want you to plan, do, review, adjust, and make 2 posts and say, well, posting doesn't work, right? We've got to be practical here and understand that we've got to plug into this system. I promise, it's going to take all year for everybody to start rowing together with what this system is for the Monday calls and Thursday calls. You should always have lists of who you see post and who you're talking to with people that you know need health, people that you know need hope and happiness. Where are my buckets of people that have to be on the Monday night calls? Who needs to be on the Thursday night calls? Again, I think our whole teams everywhere across the board need to be on those Thursday calls. You're going to hear 2 testimonies and you're going to get a reaffirmation of why gut health is king and why gut health is, the answer for everything. I think everybody should be on those calls just for their knowledge and building belief. So we're going to plan, do, review, adjust. We're going to invite to the calls, and we are going to win. Does anybody have any questions, thoughts, comments they want to add? Okay. We are going to work together for the next 10 minutes. Okay, my friends, I'm going to let you keep rocking and rolling. I would highly recommend getting something that you can write. I just got this new devotional, 100 Days for Believing Bigger. It has lots of blank pages for journaling and brain dumping and writing all of the things. So I'm believing bigger for this year. And if you have not read this cover to cover, obviously, that's my go-to. But love you guys. Thanks for jumping on. We will rock and roll. Remember, February is a short month. So work a little bit harder and a little bit smarter because the 28th is it. You don't have from the 28th to the 31st to get stuff figured out. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.